Since Howard is very politically active on the national level, I wanted to know how many of the students were informed on their own state elections. I asked a few students to fill me in on their knowledge of their state and local governments.
Can I get your Howard intro?
Hi, I'm Kendra Hamilton. I'm a senior political science major from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay, and when was the last time you voted in your state election?
When was the last election in North Carolina?
I don't know. You know who your governor or mayor is?
Yes, Roy Cooper.
Hi, can I get your Howard intro?
My name is Miaje Williams. I'm a rising sophomore health science major from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
My name is Lauren Stewart Massey. I am a rising senior sports medicine major, chemistry minor from Monroe Township, New Jersey.
And hello, everyone. My name is Leandra Gardner. I'm a graduating
See?
health management major from Monroe Township, New Jersey.
Okay, Jersey girls. You're all from Jersey.
Yes.
When was the last time any of you voted in a local election?
I have not because I'm the youngest here. When I turned 18, all the elections was over.
Same.
But
You're graduating.
go ahead.
Same here. I'm only 20 now. So, back when elections were going on, I wasn't even eligible to vote.
Gotcha.
Same. I'm
Same.
only 20. Yeah, couldn't vote back then.
Okay, and do you know who your current governor is?
Yes. I feel like we're still under Chris Christie, but on the off chance that we're not, I think it's like this black guy.
My name is Brenton Ford. I'm a senior English and sociology double major from Savannah, Georgia.
When's the last time you voted in your local election?
Oh wow, the last time I voted in my local elections, let's see. I'd have to say I voted for Stacey Abrams in the gubernatorial race for the state of Georgia.
Okay, and what is the name of your state governor?
Unfortunately, it's not Stacey Abrams.
Headlines across the nation are inquiring why young Americans are hesitant to show up for their local elections. While 55 to 60% of the nation's eligible voters may cast ballot in presidential elections, voter turnouts of 25 to 35% are typical in local elections. Chicago saw an overall turnout hit a near record low of 34% in their last local election. The majority of these headlines have come to the conclusion that the majority of young adults simply do not understand what their local elections are for and why it's important to vote in them. Most of the confusion comes from the fact that voting in local elections varies from state to state. Some elect members at large, while others do it from a district. 66% of American cities elect council members at large, 17% by district, and 17% as a combination of both. This is particularly difficult to understand and confusing for young voters who are new in a community. Counties and cities are referred to as general-purpose local governments. They provide a wide range of services and programs for the districts they were responsible for overseeing. Local elected legislative officials include county commissioners, city council members, town and township board members, school board members, to name a few. These people are responsible for enforcing the laws that dictate the functions of your town. Other positions that appear on the state level are governor, lieutenant general, attorney general, treasurer, secretary of state, auditor, comptroller, superintendent of education, secretary of agriculture, insurance commissioner, public utilities commissioner, labor commissioner, chief financial officer, and adjutant general to the National Guard. There are a lot of different positions with different roles by state, so I will highlight one for background in my state. Superintendent of Public Instruction in North Carolina, Mark Johnson. He's responsible for overseeing the public school system throughout the state of North Carolina and has the most influential role in education as the spokesperson for the people to the government on all things education and sitting as the head of the State Department of Education. So these positions may be simply at the state level, they still have a very large impact on my community. Because of the major differences between local elections by state, the key is to know your rules and regulations for your home state. Use the link www.usa.gov/election office to know what district you're in and set reminders so that you can stay up to date on what's going on inside of your home state. If you're like many students who may have lived in a number of places or don't know whether to vote in DC, stick with where your permanent address is, register to vote, and get information on how to stay active.